Good morning. Thanks for joining me. I'm Heather with Rebel Hearts Coaching. And I've had a very kind of, like a chaotic week. Lots going on. I had, back in May, I had a leak in my kitchen that has required this insane process of, tearing things out and repairing things. And so contractors in and out, things like that. Finally have countertops. Super awesome. But anyways, I really kind of wanted to share a combination of my kind of my brain dump journaling and my first quarter moon reading, as well as my regular reading from the other day, because they really come all together. And I really just enjoy sharing kind of the magic of the cards and how they speak, because when you draw oracle and tarot cards into your journey, it's so neat when they speak to you, when they speak to you where you're at, and they help you to gain different perspectives and insights and things like that. And so that's my joy. That's fun, and I love kind of being able to bring that. So here I am. So the other day, yesterday actually, because the day before that was when the contractors were in, doing more work in there, and I was pretty worn out. I haven't been sleeping well. This whole menopause thing, oh dear Lord, like who thought that was a good idea? Anyways, very disruptive of sleep. And so I've just been really, really tired. It's been really difficult to find my center, I guess, and really just really breathe. And so this was me writing yesterday. I said, I'm seeing my own growth here, and it's cool. I said, energetic recovery is a big deal for me. And when I'm in crowds, when I'm in stressful situations, or just around people with low vibes, I'm able to better see and understand how I view them, how I operate within them, and how I'm able to see and flow with my needs afterwards, to be able to see what I need and move with that. And I said, I noticed my need for some recovery today over yesterday's craziness. Plus, I'm still not sleeping well, which I still am not sleeping well. It's very annoying. And I just wrote, I think a good recovery day for me will be to people as limitedly as possible and to move at a comfortable pace. I'm not on a time schedule. To honor my body, my mind, my emotions right where they are today. I'm tired. Physically, I will honor my body with random gentle stretches, walks in the yard to feel the sun or the rain, do little things around the house as I feel good to do so. I had some bathroom fans to replace, actually, and, a kitchen to kind of start reassembling. But I need to also be sure to get a smoothie or some food in me before, by around 8 o'clock, because I feel better that way. It helps me to prevent any sugar crashes if I don't feel like eating any food. And so this is honoring my body. This was me being able to say, I need to honor my body today. I'm tired, I'm not feeling well. So how do I nurture my body? Don't push myself. Don't try to fight to get all these things done. Make sure I'm getting some nutrients in me. Sometimes when I'm really tired, I honestly just don't feel like physically eating food. And so something like a smoothie is great because I get what I need and it's not too much effort. I said mentally I will allow myself to just enjoy being present, to not mull over bills or money or all the stuff that needs fixed around the house or cleaned out and organized. I'll let my mind find happiness, wonder, and joy today. I'll take delight in my furry toddlers and my green things. I have plants everywhere. And I will honor my emotions by choosing how I want to feel. If my mind isn't behaving, I will honor my emotions by realigning my thoughts with love and allowing myself to be present. I'll take a nap if I need to, which I totally did because I needed to. And this is honoring myself holistically. And I was talking about how I give myself permission to not be on my phone, to not feel like I have to answer all the messages or anything like that, but to really just be present. And so sometimes when I'm journaling, I have a few little tidbits here today, or from yesterday, because I will honestly just sit here and I'm right in front of a window And I'll just stare out the window and I'll look at the clouds and I'll look, see the colors as the sun rises. Sometimes the moon is out. I'll watch the trees blowing in the wind. The pigeons come out and do their thing from the neighbor's roof, and I just sort of watch those things. And so I was letting myself be present with that, to just be present and be like, oh, hey, that's pretty, or that's cool, or oh, that's a cool cloud shape, and just allowing for that space and that time. And one thing that I had noted in my journal was that I was very grateful for the fact that right now I do have that ability. I do have the ability to take that day and say, I need to honor myself today. I need to do, X, Y, Z so that I can take care of my needs, because I'm drained, And before in my life, I never did. It was work, do everything at home, go, constantly going. And I didn't honor myself. I didn't honor my body. I didn't honor my mind. I didn't honor my emotions. I didn't honor my energy. I didn't honor any of it, because I was just in the rat race. And so sometimes we have to make time to care for ourselves. And sometimes that means taking a day off work or doing something like that. And, sometimes we're in positions where we're not able to do so, but we need to try, we need to see where we can, to carve out a little bit of time for ourselves. And so that was just an important thing for me yesterday, to recognize, more, to have more understanding of myself, and it was neat to notice how, my responses to the chaos isn't as extreme as it used to be, so there's growth is happening. It's great, and it's because I've become a lot better about nurturing myself. And so this comes into my reading from the other day as well. And so I'm gonna show all the cards, and then I'm just gonna read through what I wrote, because it kind of flows better that way. So the first two cards, of course, were my lessons, and the first one was tension. And the trigger statement is, I have nothing left, drained. And the true statement is, I nurture myself. And it says, dear one, it is time to settle. Create a sacred space where you can be in that place of rest, and healing will unfold. All right? And the other one was, I'm so worried, I have the solution. So, the trigger statement is, I'm worried. And the truth is, I have a solution, because when we pause and we think about it, and it says slowing down and listening to your inner voice will provide you with direction and purpose. So again, slowing down, nurturing myself. These are my lessons. These are the things that I've been working so hard on understanding, because I was always the one that took care of everyone and everything else, and neglected myself and ignored myself and didn't take care of me at all. And it showed. And so my other cards here were from Crow Tarot, and it's Ace of Pentacles and the Monarch. So I'll read through these. And so I wrote, you've had to learn how to step out of the chaos of 3D life and view it from a much higher perspective. This is so you could recognize what needs healing. You have been learning how to best nurture yourself wholly so that you can hold to higher energies and perspectives. You're learning to allow yourself to flow with ever-fluctuating and changing needs, to remain balanced and steady. It's like becoming your own plumb line, directed exactly towards the center of your gravity, which is unconditional love. No matter how things may shift around you, you remain centered, focused, and unbothered because you're centered towards love. And so this is about me again, finding that center of unconditional love, that peace that keeps me grounded and keeps me where I need to be, so that I'm not, going crazy. So I'm not getting caught up in the drama. I'm not getting caught up in the chaos, And so it says, you have been learning to let go of the worry around the chaos and feel into your soul's purpose. You're now really learning to find your direction. You're letting go of fear around mistakes and stumbling steps, and seeing how your purpose can hold infinite directions and paths forward. It's about choosing one that nurtures your heart and soul, one that does not deplete you mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually, or energetically. You're seeing the possibility of multiple small steps instead of one big one. You're allowing for the potential of where those steps may lead you forward. You're learning how to follow the voice of truth within your heart. And so this is about allowing stillness, allowing myself to be still, allowing myself to pause and breathe and look at things from a different perspective, to hold to those higher energies, because I'm not going to get anywhere if I stay stuck in the mud. I always think of that scene on Neverending Story when the guy is bringing his horse through that mud, that sinking mud. And it's like when we give in to the low energies, when we give in to the despair, when we give in to all of that, we sink. We can't move. We can't go anywhere. And so this is me learning how to not be stuck there anymore. When I say that I used to be severely depressed for most of my life, I was, and it was bad, and I was stuck, and I was thinking all the time, and not good. And so now it's the opposite of that. I'm learning how to hold myself up in higher energies. I'm learning how to nurture myself. I'm learning how to recognize where I need those supports, whether it be physically, mentally, emotionally, and how they interact, because when we can pay attention and recognize how each of those body systems interact with one another, we can see where our nurturing can have the most and the best impact. So it's really good to help, to really learn how to understand yourself and how you tick. It's important. So this is the where I'm at. It says you are at this new beginning in your journey with financial and home matters. So kind of bringing it back to that space. You recognize how fear plays out, and you're choosing to release those fears and create a new experience, a new story. Hardships hold our deepest lessons. It's when we can face them in love and faith, trusting our own steps through and allowing for seen and unseen support, that we learn how to create those new experiences. This is the start of that journey for you. Trust your process, your direction, your steps. You are plumb-lined to unconditional love. Keep going. And so, this is about, again, lots of stuff going on. Lots of things happening, my kitchen having to be reconstructed, me, still not having a source of income, and all of these other things are just, I could easily look at it all and freak out, but yesterday was my day of, hey, you need to push the pause button. You need to pause, you need to breathe, you need to nurture yourself, because otherwise you're not going to be effective in finding any solution, and so again, coming back into that stillness in myself. And so what I need is, as you continue to ask yourself what drives you, inspires you, and what lights your fire, the more you're going to step into your true power and your essence. You will stand in your own confidence and begin living your life through passion and creativity. Take the steps that feel right, trust your direction, have faith in your path, and walk confidently as you listen to your soul's voice. And so, again, yesterday my soul's voice was saying, hey girl, you need to breathe. You need to chill. Yes, lots are going on. Lots of stuff is rattling through your head, but you need to give your mind a break. Stop trying to figure it out. Stop trying to find all the solutions. Just be still. And so it was really interesting that yesterday when I did my first quarter moon card, this was the card I got. Stepping into stillness. And it says, my power is born in the majesty of silence. And it says, deep within you is an inner sanctuary. Having this inner peace, however, doesn't mean that there isn't chaos and disharmony around you. It means that no matter what is occurring in your life, you can observe it from a place of stillness. Surrender to the sweet energy of quietude and the temptation to embrace the drama and release the temptation to embrace the drama and urgency of life. Affirm that you have all the time you need. Power is born in stillness, and your potential is dramatically expanding in the majesty of silence. And so again, this is just reaffirming, be still, breathe, listen to what's going on inside, nurture yourself where you need nurtured. Living in that rat race for so long, like I did, I was always exhausted, I was always tired, always really easily and often cranky, if not downright angry. I couldn't balance myself. I couldn't maintain at the level that I wanted to maintain at, because I wasn't taking care of me. And so I wrote that you must know how to be still within yourself to fully be able to fully operate in that space of unconditional love. If we can't find that stillness within us, we can't operate in our truth, because we're too scattered, we're too all over the place. Everything is so chaotic and crazy. We're caught up in the drama. We're caught up in, that urgency of I have to do it now, and when we can pause and when we can give ourselves permission to be present, to detach from the dramas, to detach from that urgency, to really observe and learn, that's when we grow. That's when we gain understanding. That's when we can see, things about ourselves. It's like, oh, okay, now I can see what I can do here so that I can better operate over there, and it's important, so finding that stillness and nurturing ourselves is so critical to our healing, to our journey, to learning how to come into new experiences. We can't learn how to do something differently if we're not doing something differently. We're not going to experience a new story. We're not going to create, this new way of life if we're not willing to do it differently, if we're not willing to stop and say, this isn't working for me, so maybe I need to try this instead. So for me, yesterday, it was, hey, lots going on. You've been mulling way too much over in your head. You're not sleeping well. You need to take a nap. You need to make sure you're eating, stay hydrated, and be present. Be present in the moment, have fun with the fur balls, nurture the plants, kind of thing, and just take that time for myself. And so it's so important. So if you are one who is caught up in the chaos and who's caught up in the rat race of life, give yourself permission to take whatever time you need to pause, to take a deep breath and say, I'm worthy of being present. I'm worthy of pausing. I'm worthy of taking that deep breath and nurturing myself where I'm at. And, find that understanding of the ways that you can, better do that for yourself within your day-to-day, because it is super important, whether it's a dedicated, 5 to 10 minutes of being alone in a sacred space and just breathing, breathing exercise. Sometimes that in itself just changes the whole day, and it's awesome. But, find what you need for you, because it's important for us to nurture ourselves. We can't be what we want to be out in the world if we're not taking care of ourselves. So it's kind of that whole, when you're on the airplane and they say for you to put your oxygen mask on first before you put it on the kids. It's that thing. We got to take care of ourselves. So thank you for joining me. Thank you for listening to me go on about how I'm having to take care of myself right now. And I really hope that you have a magical and wonderful day, and that you take very dedicated time today, even if it's just a few moments, to truly nurture yourself, because you deserve it. Take care.